Marksmen hosted the 4th edition of the Influential Leaders of India in Mumbai recently. Based on the theme, Empowering Excellence, Championing Change Makers, the 2024 edition was an endeavor to acknowledge the visionary leaders across various sectors. These change makers have demonstrated leadership that goes beyond traditional management, embraced innovation, and ensured calculated risk-taking to create new possibilities and redefine the existing paradigms. Republic TV and Marksman Daily present Influential Leaders of India 2024, brought to you by Team Marksmen. Join us in celebrating the achievements of the next generation of leaders who steer the nation's growth through rapid technological changes, global shifts, and increasing societal expectations. After a round of keynotes, discussions, and deliberations, it was time for the spotlight of the day. Felicitation of the influential leaders of India.
It's that time of the evening that we've all been waiting for. In fact, we've managed to survey the landscape of leadership and all that entails through a series of conversations that have offered fresh perspectives. And which is why it is essential that we continue to do so, which is why we see that businesses around the globe are facing multiple unprecedented disruptions and uncertain macroeconomic outlook. So in the face of this kind of complexity and volatility, the role of strong leadership is more important than ever before. Now, what we're going to do is we've got our leaders who have gathered over here, the ones who have managed to show the foresight and the courage to exactly do that is steer the organization, steer their people, do that bit, show the roadmap as well for the way ahead, which is why we will do that and we will proceed with the unveiling and the recognition ceremony. So what I'm going to do is invite on stage Sharad Gupta, co-founder Team Marksmen Network, and Akash Tiwari, co-founder Team Marksmen Network, to please come on stage. We hear it for Dheeraj Relly, Managing Director and CEO, HDFC Securities.
Mr. Relly, thank you so much for being here with us for this conversation. What I first want to talk to you about was your leadership tenure and the manner in which you've helped reshape HDFC Securities and shape their growth stories. Now, of course, when you took the helm, there was a lot of headroom for growth, but there were also some inherent challenges when you took over. What did you do to set that pathway for growth, and what role did your personal leadership style play in that?
Thank you for having me. I have joined HDFC Securities as MD and CEO in 2015. Prior to that, I was heading a large region for HDFC Bank in the retail banking. Have worked before that in various banks in the retail banking space. Broking was new to me at that time. First, I got a rude shock when I realized that unlike the bank where you can build the book and keep building the book and earn revenue on the book, in broking business, it's almost like daily wages. You have to earn your revenues on a daily basis.
Right.
So it was one change for me in terms of my approach. When I joined HDFC Securities in 2015, I could within few months able to understand that I am dealing with mediocrity, underinvestment in technology, infrastructure, product ecosystem, digital ecosystem, and also being passive internally and externally. So I had to do a massive transformation for the organization. I started the journey brick by brick, started working on people first internally. I had to challenge them, at the same time win heart also.
Right.
I did not change team members, I changed their mindsets. This was an interesting phase for me to work on people. It's very easy for a new CEO to come and do massive changes in the organization structure, get new people from outside. I realized that there is no need for me to get people from outside. I can work on internal team as well, but groom them significantly. So that's where I started to focus on them, challenge their mindset. My leadership style is an involved leadership style. I believe in leadership by persuasion rather than domination.
Okay.
So that involves a lot of open door policy.
Right.
You have a honest, fair and frequent interactions with the team members, understand their perspective, help them to give the larger picture and show them the opportunity at the marketplace also. This is how you work along with the team members, and started to invest parallelly on the improving the infrastructure. We revamped various branches and also started to invest disproportionately higher resources on the technology. So a culmination of investments on infra, technology, change of mindset in the team members was my change making process to bring in the more and more opportunity for HDFC Securities.
So there's a lot to unpack over there, but let me first touch upon transformation. That's a word I heard a lot about in this first answer of yours. In terms of the cultural change and the digital transformation that has happened at the company, to what level, from your perspective, did you find that to be challenging?
See, the whole architecture of technology was archaic, uh, built in such a manner you can't scale.
Okay.
And we were in early 2020 or later in the close to 2018, we started to see the financialization of savings to grow significantly. We've seen also many tech-led brokerage houses to
Right.
come and start disrupting the broking space, not only on the pricing side, but also on the technology side also. So it was important to work on the new age technology and digital ecosystem. That required a fresh thinking, completely bottoms up approach to go and change wherever we need to change, partner with the right set of technology partners, and work on each and every parameter to improve it. So we work on all possible digital properties to ensure that our digital properties are bringing ease of doing business for our customers. So we worked on the customer experience side. We work on the scalability. We moved in last few years to the cloud ecosystem so that we can provide a desired scale. One thing you need to understand in our business is that we operate for 375 minutes, 9:15 to 3:30.
Okay.
So there are spikes whenever there is a news in the market or entry 9:15 or ending at 3:30. There are spikes of transaction. There are enhanced concurrency. So you need to have a scalable and almost 100% availability of the systems.
Let's shift gears a little bit, talk about the diversification of products and services. Of course, at the time that you took the helm, there was a big focus on HNIs. Now we are seeing millennials, we're seeing, like you alluded to correctly, institutional investors, and a big diversification of the products and services also on offer. How has all of this reshaped the value proposition of HDFC Securities?
So we had most of our resources were into dealing mindset.
Okay.
The customer would call them, they would execute the transactions on the terminal. Digital properties were suboptimal, hence customers were not using, and also digitization was at nascent stages in 2016-17. It was picking up.
Okay.
So brokerage and that too on the terminal was the only way good to go to do the broking.
Right.
But we realized that we need to change the mindset of our dealers to a relationship management ecosystem so that they understand the customer's requirement in a holistic manner. It required a lot of grooming, training, change in the approach for them to transform them from a dealer to a relationship manager. So our aspiration is to be holistic in our offering and understand the customers' all possible needs and serve them on all possible needs.
Beautiful. So looking back, is there any particular metric, any particular achievement that gives you a sense of pride about how far you've come on this journey?
I think if I talk about the top line and bottom line growth from 2015 to 2024, we have grown top line by 6.5x and bottom line by 6x. But more than that, I think I take more pride in moving away from a single source of revenue dependence to multiple revenue avenues. I have always been focusing on granularity.
Right.
It's not that you go to few HNIs and start serving few thousand HNIs, few lakhs HNIs and get the business. My take is that when you reach out to many more customers and you ensure that you understand and serve customers, whether they have a 10,000 rupees to invest or 100 crore rupees to invest.
Right.
And that's very, very important. And once you build the capabilities across the organization, which can cater to the Gen Z, millennials, and the family offices, institutional customers, that's where you make the organization far more sustainable.
So, Mr. Really, looking to the future, what are some of the major engines of growth from your perspective?
So we've invested in all-in-one platform HDFC Sky that's available already to all the investors, particularly investors like millennials, Gen Z,
Right.
and so on. So I think this is a low-cost platform also. And other than this, we have invested in investment advisory services and launched HDFC True, which will be serving the ultra HNI customers.
Right.
And we have also incorporated a subsidiary in Gift City. I think a culmination of all these things will be big growth enabler for us. Also, we have invested and transformed our technology to make it more agile, robust, and enhanced our customer experience.
Okay.
So, investment in digital properties, offering the complete suite of products, and the new launches will be growth engines for HDFC Securities for next decade or so.
The next leader on stage, ladies and gentlemen, Arnab Goel, Chairman, Tata Autocom.
The most significant lesson in my leadership journey is that technological advancements in the auto component industry align with the progress made by the original equipment manufacturers. To ensure our components integrate seamlessly with evolving design, we must adapt quickly to shifting megatrends driven by customers' preference. Taking strategic risk is critical. Sizing opportunity to introduce new solutions can determine whether we lead or lag in the market. Talent creation and retention are also vital, as having skilled people drives innovation. We must create an environment that supports growth and continuous learning. Collaboration with educational institutions is essential for nurturing the next generation of talent and maintaining a competitive edge. Finally, social responsibility is crucial for attracting and retaining talent, helping us positively impact the communities we serve. And as you know, all Tata companies have a responsibility to give back to society.
Time to now invite on stage Ravi Raghavan, Managing Director, Bharat Fritz Werner.
First of all, thank you very much, and it's a great honor, and I accept this award with a lot of humility. It's not an award for me, but for the whole team who has worked with me throughout my career in shaping me and supporting me in achieving all that I could. As a leader, it's very important that you don't only develop yourself, but you develop your team, you develop your society. I've been very privileged to work even with the government, to work on the improvements, policies, suggestions that I can give the government. I've been privileged to work on a social improvement, work with individuals who are underprivileged, and of course on developing a lot of youngsters during my career. It's been a great privilege, and thank you very much for the jury and of course the Team Marksmen, which has taken this initiative, which is important to keep even encouraging the leaders, because they also need encouragement as they do encourage their teams below. Thank you very much.
Let me now please invite Soumitra Saha, Vice President and Managing Director, Lumen Technologies India.
Based on my experience, I think there are three critical things which are required for effective leadership in today's world. Number one is adaptability. We are all living in a VUCA world. There is a lot of uncertainty around us every single day. Uncertainty leads to changes. Changes lead to anxiety. But as leaders, if we get anxious, it's going to be a challenging journey ahead of us. So it's important that we are able to understand the signals of change firsthand and adapt ourselves seamlessly into those changes. That will help us thrive and lead our organizations better. A great example of adaptability is staying relevant in today's context. The second most important skill, according to me, is innovation and creativity. It's important to understand that innovation and creativity cannot be learned. So it's not a skill that you acquire, but it is a practice. As leaders, we need to practice a culture and create a culture of innovation within our organizations. And the last one in my mind is in terms of sound decision making in a timely manner.
With that, Influential Leaders of India 2024 came to an end. Team Marksmen celebrated the spirit of influential figures who serve as beacons of inspiration for others. Each personality honored during the ceremony has demonstrated how a blend of passion, resilience, and a global perspective can propel one to the forefront of leadership. After a short break, we will take a look at prestigious education brands 2024-25. Stay tuned.